Right, this is a really quick supper. These leaves, I have washed them, and the only liquid on them is that which is clinging to them. Okay, we're not going to cook them in loads and loads and loads of water. I've got some more here. So as you can see, that's it. That's a very large bag, and I now just bring them onto the heat and I just let them wilt. The reason that you do need some water clinging to the leaves is so as they don't burn onto the pan, but you don't need any more water than that. So I just leave them to wilt, and we'll come back to them in a, well, they probably won't take very long. Now, what I'm going to do for this supper dish is I'm going to mix some creme fraiche in them, or you can do mascarpone in them once they've wilted. And that makes a base onto which we put some poached eggs. Simple. No real cost, no effort. Now, the one thing I do like is pepper, as you well know. So I shall add some pepper now. And I'll get this ready before I do my eggs, because I just want to push it around a little bit. It's already going downwards. Can you hear that noise? That's the sound you're looking for. It's the sound of it constantly drying. It's wilted enough for me to twist it over a little bit. This pan probably isn't quite big enough, but I would have used a bigger saucepan, but then you don't see so easily. But you can see it's wilting already on the bottom, and we just want it to wilt. These are very, very young leaves, and they are very tender. Later in the season, I would take the big stems out, but at this time of year, it's an instant meal. I'm going to raise the heat slightly because you can hear it's more water sound. I wanted more of a drying sound. And you can see the water now is appearing. I don't want that water. Can you see? That's just coming out of the vegetables. So I'm turning up the heat now to get rid of it, really. Spinach has such a lot of water that you don't really want. You don't really want to add any that you don't need. And you can see it's going to go down to about a fifth of its original size. There you are. It's very, very tender. I've got fully wilted vegetable here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it through a sieve because I don't want any spare water in it. Now sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes there isn't any water left. On this occasion you've got some. And I don't want any in my sauce. So here's my original. My colander, I put it through. And now I can lift it up. Now I can stir in something like mascarpone. If you really haven't got anything like cream or anything else, then use butter. Butter's fine. You're trying to add some sort of creamy sort. This is a mascarpone. Paul's doing the shopping at the moment, so I just cook with what he brings home. Oh, this looks a very nice item. I think probably that will be plenty. It looks like it's a very, very concentrated item. Now, all I'm trying to do is to melt it on the bottom of the saucepan. Now, something important that you ought to remember about this particular vegetable. Yes, it's full of B vitamins, etc. Wonderful thing. Iron and all that. But it loses its B vitamins on second cooking. So those wonderful feta pies I make with it are actually taking some of the goodness away from it. No, it needs a little bit more. No, just a little bit more. So I think you need to think about that. And don't always cook your spinach twice or for too long. So this is an ideal, very nutritious meal. That's it. That's all you need to do with it. Now, we'll put that on the plates once it gets... I'm going to just keep that warm while we do something to make the eggs. And you'll see the picture at the end. So here they are, poached eggs. You can have them harder or softer. As you can see, these are quite soft, but the whites are hard. And they're laying on their little bed. That's a good supper meal with a piece of bread or a little roll.